And we're just gonna start with some general movement and blood flow next. So we're gonna go ahead and go into either a pause march, stand up tall out of the hips, pull one knee up, lift the opposite arm, and then we're gonna switch. If you're looking for something a little bit more dynamic today, you're welcome to jog in place. Otherwise, just work on that stability and balance. Again, lifting up out of the hips and core, lifting the knee and the opposite arm. Very good. Looking to hold for like 2 to 3 seconds. If your balance is a little bit off, recommend doing this next to a wall for balance or like a chair, something that you can balance check on. Good, go ahead and even that out. Fantastic. From here, we're gonna cross the arms over the chest, stand nice and tall through the torso, slight bend in those knees, and now you're gonna send your hips back, bowing forward. You get a little bit of a stretch in the back of the hamstrings, then stand straight up from there, engage the glutes. We call these good mornings. So hinging forward and standing tall. Very good. Let's go a couple more. Hinging forward. Engage the glutes. If you happen to have fairly flexible hamstrings and you can go all the way down, you keep going here, just come to about 90 degrees here and then stand from there. All right, very good. Next, we're gonna go into either a jumping jack or a stepping jack. So stepping jack, you simply bring the leg out to the side, arms up to overhead, or you can take that into a standard jumping jack. Nice and light on the feet. Again, if it's not appropriate for you to jump, just stick with the steps. Very good. We're gonna go between 20 and 30 seconds here, increasing the heart rate, getting some good blood flow. If it doesn't work for you to go arms up to overhead, if your shoulders are particularly tired, you can do what we call our seal jack, where you can go arms out to the side. Otherwise, let's go a few more seconds here. Good, and rest there. Next, we're gonna go back to waking up those hamstrings. We're gonna place one heel down, toe up, stand tall. You can either go back to arms over the chest or join me with hands behind the head. Bowing forward, sending the hips back, saying hello to the hamstring on the right side. 3 to 5 here. Standing tall, over and down, and up. Good, couple more. Sending the hips back long through the spine. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and circle those hips around. We'll go 3 to 5 one direction, and then we'll switch directions. Just nice and smooth here, kind of waking up through the hips and torso, and switch when you're ready. Very good. So if you were with me on that right leg stretch, now we're gonna go ahead and stretch that left. So set your right foot nice and solid, heel down on the left, toe up. Slight bend in that right leg. Here we go. Sending the hips back, bowing forward, standing tall. Good job. Long in the spine. Stay nice and strong in the core as you hinge over. And go upwards of 5 here. This is number 3. And notice I have a slight bend in the support leg, heels firmly planted. One more. And up. Fantastic. We're gonna go back to the top. So again, either join me again with that pause march, or you could go like a running high knee, or if you want to kind of find an in-between, march and punch. So march and punch would be a little bit more heart rate than our pause march. So let's go ahead and keep that heart rate moving, but you can choose what's best for you. Good job. Nice smooth breathing. 10 seconds here. Nice work. Lifting the knees, lifting the toes. Good, and rest. Next, you're gonna take a nice wide base stance. So set the feet just outside the hips, slight bend in those knees, long in the spine. We're gonna go arms out to the side. We're gonna reach the right hand towards the left knee. Come on up to standing, left hand towards your right knee. Good job. Back and forth here, hinging over, long in the spine. And look to reach just a little bit lower each time as your flexibility allows. Calling these some windmills today. Good, and as you're bending, you wanna be really long, chest tall. You wanna avoid kind of like a rounded position. So send those hips back, wake everything up. Got one more or so. Fantastic, and up from there. All right, from here, we're gonna go back to either those seal jacks or regular jumping jacks, or remember we can do them with a step, okay? So however you prefer. 30 seconds here. Last little bit of blood flow before we go into some additional stretching and get into the first part of the circuit. Hope you're having some nice weather wherever you are today. Halfway through. Good job. Don't hesitate to take a break and just step or rest total as you need. Fantastic. All right. From here, we're going to check in on that flexibility. So we've been kind of priming our flexibility. Now we want to see where is our length for the day. So we're going to do what's called a Jefferson curl. You're going to have your feet just underneath the hips, toes pointing straight ahead. Stand up nice and tall out of the spine. And then think about kind of setting your hips so that you're nice and neutral. Chin towards the chest. And then nice and slow, we're going to start to round forward, reaching down for the toes, seeing where that bottom position is for you. So I'm staying strong in the core. So if you stop above your ankles, just make note of that. And then as you're ready, start to tuck the hips under, come all the way up to the top, shoulders back. It's going to reach those arms up to overhead or to your shoulders. And we're going to rotate the torso, looking over one shoulder, back to neutral, and turn, look over the other shoulder. Good job. Twice more here. Rotate, back to neutral, and to the other side.